jump up, kick back, whip around, and spin. This is the most famous quote in human history. And for good reason. It comes from beloved children's show, LEGO Ninjago. A show that I did watch for a while, up until the LEGO Ninjago movie, at which point I stopped. I watched the movie, and then I said, okay, that was that. I actually like the movie. I'm one of the few people that thinks the LEGO Ninjago movie's pretty great. But for some reason, I did not continue watching after that. I didn't have anything against the show at that point. I just had no desire to return. So today, I'm going to brush up on my knowledge. I want to, not just brush up, actually. I want to expand my brain. Maybe move some things out of my brain so I can put new information in. That new information being exclusively the lore, the timeline of LEGO Ninjago, the show. So, as I understand it, we are now in a new era that I have not watched called Dragons Rising, where there's a new guy and some other new characters, which is kind of, I get it, but at the same time, it's kind of crazy because the team was already 6 people, plus Sensei Wu and Garmadon when they popped up sometimes. It seems like there's a lot of people in this show. What is this? Degrassi? No. This is LEGO Ninjago. I need to find out what's going on because I haven't watched this show in so many years. I gotta know what my little plastic ninja weirdos are up to. So let's find out today as we pop over to the most knowledgeable section of the internet. The LEGO Ninjago Wiki. Or sorry, fandom. I don't know. Whatever it is. I'm currently using AdBlock because this website is atrocious if you don't. But let's start from the beginning, and by the beginning, I mean the beginning of the show, not the beginning of time. The quote-unquote current era, as they put it, even though I'm pretty sure the show came out in 2011. So it's not current to me. Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu. The pilot episodes. Our story begins when Master Wu finds Cole climbing a mountain, Jay testing an invention, and Zane meditating under a frozen pond. That was always funny. Because, spoiler alert, you should know this by now, Zane, that man's a robot. So the fact that his first appearance, he's just fully submerged in water, I mean, I guess that's a testament to the guy who built him. That man's fine. He's... Also, can't he breathe underwater just for eternity if he's a robot? He doesn't need to breathe, right? Did Zane's quote-unquote dad build a breathing mechanism into his body? Because that just feels like a nerf, dude. You didn't need to do that. Okay, the 3, Cole, Jay, and Zane, train together for a short time as a team of ninja. Hence the name of the show. Kai and Naya, 2 randos, work in the 4-weapons blacksmith when Master Wu, my favorite character, comes in search of a ninja to train, Kai. However, the hardworking blacksmith decides to decline Wu's offer. Kai was always weird to me. Kai was weird because he kind of became the leader of the group, and he doesn't feel like a leader to me. He kind of gives similar energy to Kendall from Big Time Rush, but without the motivational speeches. I'm sure he said something motivational every once in a while, but Kai did not give me many leadership qualities with the way he acted. And in good media fashion, he has to turn Wu down. But then, plot twist, soon after, Samukai and his army, ordered by Lord Garmadon, attack the blacksmith in search of the map of the golden weapons, and in the process manages to get both the map and kidnap Naya. Encouraged by compassion for his sister, Kai agrees to train in the artist Benjitsu under Wu's teaching to become a ninja. This is kind of mirroring a Star Wars type thing, where Luke was like, I don't think I want to be a Jedi. Sorry, old man. But then his aunt and uncle are dead. So he's like, well, what else am I going to do? Speaking of which, I hope all of you watching have seen the way that the LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga handles that scene, because it is the most hilarious and also terrible scene in the game. Luke just goes, I think I have to go back home now, Obi-Wan, Ben. Then he walks home, sees stormtroopers just kind of like putting tape over his aunt and uncle's house, and then he goes, immediately, just no time for reflection, goes, there's nothing here for me now. I'm going to train to become a Jedi, like my father. It's like, what? Dude, man, you gotta get Luke tested. No one should move on that fast. He needs help. He needs therapy. Anyway, that's the vibe I get from this. He's like, I'm not gonna be a ninja. His sister immediately gets kidnapped, and he goes, all right, I guess I'm gonna be a ninja now. This is what I have to do. So he agrees to train in the artist Benjitsu under Master Wu. Kai begins training as the Fire Ninja. Cole is the Earth Ninja, Jay is Lightning, Zane is Ice. If you don't know that, you must not even know what Legos are, dude. Or Lego is, I should say. If you put an S on the end of Lego, I think they banish you from Sweden. The ninja team begin their hunt for the golden weapons. They find the Scythe of Quakes in the Caves of Despair. That was always my favorite name from the Ninjago world. The Caves of Despair. It's like, why? What's so bad about them, guys? Why are they so bad? It just makes you depressed being there. It's awful. They find the Shurikens of Ice in the Ice Temple. Much less creative name. And they find the Nunchucks of Lightning in the Floating Ruins. Ruins of what? I don't know. Kai wakes up and sees Naya, in quotation marks, so I'm not feeling good about that one. Then goes to the Fire Temple to retrieve the Sword of Fire. He then goes and finds Naya, tied up to a rope near the lava, while he realizes that Naya, in quotes, that led him to the temple was a trap set by Lord Garmadon. Did Lord Garmadon have 4 arms back then, or was he a 2-arm man then? I feel like he was a 2-arm man starting out. The wiki should mention that. That's an important detail to me. Master Wu then rescues Kai and Naya, but discovers the other ninja have been ambushed by the skeletons. Oh no! Master Wu then takes the sword to go to the underworld, which is... Hey, props to him. Master Wu, he's going at it. Because, hey, Garmadon's his brother. Honestly, I forgot that detail. Even though I watched the show up until the movie came out, I somehow forgot Garmadon was Wu's brother, because I guess that just didn't bear much relevance on the wider story. Altered timeline. What the heck is this? Kai, Jay, Cole, Zane, and Garmadon travel to the past thanks to Garmadon wanting to alter Lloyd's future with the mega weapon. I don't know what the heck you're talking about, dude. Let's skip over that part. The ninja tame their respective dragons and head to the underworld. I guess dragons let you go to the underworld? Samukai and Master Wu fight for the Sword of Fire, but Samukai wields the 3 other golden weapons and wins. Samukai then betrays Garmadon, attempting to take the golden weapons for himself, but their combined power causes him to implode. Dang, son. That's a rough way to go out. And that opens a portal to the Realm of Madness. You know what? Caves of Despair, it might have some competition. Garmadon reveals his plan to the ninja, escapes through the portal, aspiring to gain a way to possess all 4 weapons, leaving Ninjago in temporary peace. Alright, here's some mini-movies. I don't think I watched these. So this will be new lore for me. Naya goes back to the blacksmith shop before moving to the monastery, but gets attacked by Skulkin. Is that just the skeleton dudes? I think it is. I thought Skulkin was a man's name. I was like, wow, that's not the best name. I feel like you get bullied in school pretty hard. Naya moves to the monastery. Kai, Cole, Jay, and Zane race with the dragon to become the dragon master for a month. They race with the dragon? I think it means with the dragons. I don't think they are collectively racing a dragon, and either them or the dragon is going to be the dragon master. Cruncha and Knuckle, who have the best names. Ninjago, if it's got one thing going for it, there's fun names all around. They attempt to steal the golden weapons at the monastery while everyone's sleeping, but they get overpowered by the weapons themselves. These dudes learned nothing from their friend literally imploding. Kai and Naya return to the fire temple and discover a passageway between Ninjago and the underworld, and then they destroy it. Okay, well that... I don't think we needed that in the timeline. That seemed to just cancel itself out. Wu briefly wears his old why did I say Camino? I'm in Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection mode. He briefly wears his old kimono while remembering the battle between brothers, which we won't describe. Season 1. We got a lot of seasons to go through, so I gotta pick up the pace. Rise of the Snakes. Having been kicked out of Darkley's boarding school, honestly, that's probably for the best. That sounds like a bad place to be. For not being evil enough. Oh, okay. Yeah, that place sucks. Lloyd makes his journey to Jamanakai village, in an effort to be more like his father, and to get revenge on the school for expelling him. Oh no. Lloyd's giving me bad vibes with this plot. I've never been a huge Lloyd fan. He kind of just walked in and became cool. But yeah, this origin story is not helping to sell him. The ninja are at the monastery. They're playing video games. Wu removes the plug and tells him to train, but Cole plugs it back in. However, Naya tells them that Lord Garmadon has returned. Somehow, Palpatine has returned. The ninja walk into the village and they see Lord Garmadon's shadow, but turns out it's just his son, Lloyd Garmadon, who has a name that's humorously similar to Lord. He terrorizes the village, steals their candy, the most evil thing you can do, but is soon suppressed by the ninja. And he gets pantsed. Hold up. Wait a second. Who's pantsing this child? That's not okay. Stop. No. Lock everyone up. I hate everyone now. The villagers celebrate this, though. Apparently, when strangers come and pants a kid in this universe, that's good. Which I don't love. Seeking revenge on the ninja for committing a crime, Lloyd releases the Hypnobri from their tomb. I don't know how he knew they existed. He accidentally tricks the Hypnobri general, Slithra, into hypnotizing himself and gains leverage over the tribe. Interesting. I forgot that part. And honestly, it's whatever. Lloyd returns. We're gonna have a long journey today. Lloyd returns to Jamanakai village with the entire Hypnobri tribe. He uses hypnotism to take over the citizens. The ninja arrive to stop him, and they defeat those guys. They free the people. They take the staff. However, Scales, who's the Hypnobri's second in command, he manages to post-hypnotize Cole. What does that mean? Post-hypnotize? I think whoever wrote this is just making things up. The mailman. I wonder how many times we'll see him throughout the story. I hope it's at least once a season. The mailman comes after the ninja were training. However, Zane finds out that he got no mail from his parents. That's rough, man. Sorry, Zane. Zane was always my favorite ninja, by the way. Jay is second, but I'm a big fan of Zane. When the ninja Wu and Naya are eating, everyone starts commenting on Zane's pink apron. Zane's not amused. Zane unintentionally finds his long-lost friend, the Falcon. Yep. After another evening of feeling left out from the ninja's antics, he follows the Falcon to find a treehouse being constructed by Lloyd. Okay. I don't remember this part at all. I remember the Zane stuff, but Lloyd making a treehouse, that... why? He informs the ninja of his discovery of the treehouse, and they begin their mission to just straight up destroy it. I mean, I guess since the Serpentine are there, that makes sense, but it could just be like, hey, I just want a treehouse to hang out in, guys. I'm like 9. Just before they finish destroying it, Scales uses the previous post-hypnotic command on Cole to attack the ninja. As the ninja struggle to fight Cole, Master Wu and Naya arrive on Kai's dragon, and they use a flute, later to be described as one of the flutes of the first Benjitsu master, used to banish the Serpentine into tombs. That's a very important detail. To snap Cole out of his trance. Then they hurry back to the unguarded monastery, only to find that the Hypnobrai has burned it down in search for the staff. All the ninja blame Zane for the loss of their home. And then in the ruckus, no one notices Zane just leaving. Okay, guys, I think you're dumb. Maybe this is why Zane was my favorite. I'm like, why are all these people blaming my guy? He's just like, God, I found the snakes that are hypnotizing innocent people. They're out in the forest. We need to do something. They agree. And then they get mad because they went to go deal with that and their house burned down. Like, if anything, they should be mad at Naya and Wu for leaving the monastery unguarded. They were there. They chose to leave. How did they even know that Cole was beating people up while he was hypnotized? Don't blame Zane. Zane's great. 2 snakes get into a fight for the staff and the title of general. The other snakes wanted a slither pit battle, and it happened. I don't know why I love that sentence. The other snakes wanted a slither pit battle, and it happened. Like, okay, I'll take your word for it. Unfortunately for Lloyd, Slithera lost due to Scales using Fang Quan Do. That he was not able to command the Hypnobrai since then. Okay. That's just a great paragraph. Later on, the ninja try to make the best of their situation, but they regret what they said to Zane. Good. When they eat toads for dinner. Huh? Wu tells them, be grateful for those toads. And Naya finds Zane walking towards them. They were shocked that Zane returned, and he conveyed to them that he had not been hurt by what they said, but merely had seen and followed the Falcon again. Oh, well, okay. I feel like Zane should have been hurt, but then again, he's a robot, so I'm not sure how many emotions he's capable of. He then leads them to where he had followed the Falcon, an abandoned ship in the middle of the Sea of Sand. This would become their new home, known as the Destiny's Bounty, which would get many sets and many different designs. It would survive for a very, very long time. It basically said exactly what I just said. I ad-libbed something in to make fun of how often Destiny's Bounty pops up, but it says it right here. After being betrayed by the Hypnobrai, Lloyd uses a map of the other tombs to find the Fangpire tomb, and reawakens the Fangpire tribe. Master Wu informs the ninja that their dragons have reached the age when they need to fly off, in order to go through a stage of metamorphosis. This means the ninja have no transportation. Dang, man. These people can't catch a break. Jay and the other ninja go to Ed and Edna Scrap and Junk to visit Jay's parents. Ed and Edna, yeah. Okay. Only to find that the Fangpire has injected venom into them and Lloyd has taken over the junkyard. Wow. To fight off the Fangpire, whose venom turns people and objects into snakes. Objects? I forgot about that. That's why all of the sets at that time were like snake. It wasn't snake themed vehicles. It was literal snakes in shapes of vehicles. That's crazy. That's crazy. I love that this show was just willing to go with these whack concepts. You know, a lot of parts of the story do follow like conventional storytelling whatevers, but then they come up with something crazy like, yeah, these dudes, the Fangpire dudes, they have venom that turns people and objects into snakes. Like, how bad would that be? You find a bomb and you go, I'm gonna turn this bomb into a snake, and then the bomb just goes off to find a victim. That's like, hey, that's awful. That's OP. The ninja find out they can transform their weapons into elemental vehicles. Oh, that's incredibly convenient. They manage to get the Fangpire staff, which Naya extracts the anti-venom from to reverse the effects on Ed and Edna. With a bit of help from Jay's father, Jay activates the bounty's new flying function that allows them to escape. But the staff falls overboard in the process. Every time something goes wrong, there's like the most Deus Ex Machina type thing that happens. Which I feel like is going to be a running thing across the entirety of this timeline. Zane has a dream about the Green Ninja rescuing him while fighting Lord Garmadon, and the four ninja get into an argument about who would be the Green Ninja. Wu punishes them for having to find the answer to the question. Oh, he punishes them by having to find the... I think it's saying that Wu punishes them by forcing them to answer the question, what is the best way to defeat your enemy? The answer, by the way, I'm going to just spoil it. I'm sure it will come up later, is to make them your friend. Lloyd finds the Anacondri tomb and releases Pythor, who tricks Lloyd into pretending to be his friend. He soon betrays Lloyd, while the two are raiding Darkley's boarding school for revenge. But Pythor betrays Lloyd in the middle of the raid. Wu then takes Lloyd as part of the team and even reads Lloyd a bedtime story. So he'll never trust a snake again. Did he read him the Bible? That's the main snake, don't trust a snake story I can think of. The second one being this season of Ninjago. Wu finds his students right outside the cabin door, angry at him for not punishing his young nephew. Nah. He then gives the answer to the same question he asked his students in the morning. What, did they not say? What a tease, man. What is this wiki? I'm glad I told you guys what the answer was, because the wiki didn't. Pythor and Scales unearth the buried city of Ouroboros. Lloyd disguises himself with a serpentine costume to spy on them, but was captured during a Slither Pit match. Let's go! In the Sea of Sand, Naya reveals to Kai that she is Samurai X, a character that up until now we have heard nothing about, which makes that realization extremely funny. Like, imagine a version of the show where the first time we learn about Samurai X is Naya walking up to Kai and going, Kai, I'm Samurai X. And he's like, what? You're who? Master Wu travels to the realm of madness and finds Lord Garmadon, who was revealed to have gotten 2 extra arms. There we go. There's the detail I've been waiting for. After informing him of Lloyd releasing the Serpentine and his imprisonment at Pythor's hands, Garmadon agrees to return to Ninjago to rescue his son. After following the Falcon to Birchwood Forest, Zane finds out that he and the Falcon are robots. Dude, in the show that was such a huge thing. To have that be resolved in a single sentence is crazy. After following the Falcon into Birchwood Forest, Zane finds out that he and the Falcon are robots. Fun fact about the episode where Zane found out he was a robot. Whatever year that came out, it was probably 2012. Yeah, I'm going to guess 2012. If it was 2013, that's a little bit sad, considering what I'm about to tell you. When I watched that, and the revelation occurred that Zane was a robot, I was on the verge of tears. And I don't know why. What? That's not... Why did I care? Like, I understand caring about the characters in the show. You know, you're a kid, you get invested in the show. But, like, why is Zane being a robot such an emotional moment? What? It's not like he's dead. Like, oh my gosh, Zane's actually dead. This was a dream sequence. No, he's just a robot. It's just like a weird part of his lore. I don't know why I was so the way I was. Okay. He then fights a robot that was meant to protect intruders from harm. Prior to this event, Zane was in shock for a while. Well, I guess so. Zane discovered a memory switch in his robotic body. Who wrote this, dude? Who wrote this? They going crazy, man. Which leads him to remember his creator. He protects his friends from the tree horns. Who? And discovers his true potential after accepting the fact that he is a robot while fighting the strong tree horn queen. You go, man. I remember feeling so proud as a Zane stan when this episode happened. Because I was like, let's go. Zane reached his true potential first. What a legend. Jay and Naya are at the Mega Monster Amusement Park, but Jay becomes a snake after pricking his finger on a skeleton. Meanwhile, Pythor and the other Serpentine find the first Fang Blade. Oh no, I remember the Fang Blades. It's almost as notorious as the Jade Blades. They tie Naya to a roller coaster. Naya is just having a bad time, dude. And Naya reveals to Jay that she is Samurai X. Dude, no... We don't know who Samurai X is. You didn't tell us. Okay, after that, Jay discovers his true potential by knowing that he's the best version of himself. I mean, yeah, but I'm gonna be honest, Jay. There's not much competition. There's no competitors. He then saved Naya in the nick of time by stopping the roller coaster. After that, Jay tells the other two ninja that Naya is Samurai X. This is the greatest. It's the greatest piece of information anyone's ever heard. This is flipping people's worlds upside down. No one cares that Zane's a robot. Everyone cares that Naya is actually Samurai X. The ninja are searching for the second Fang Blade, and Cole says he's seen the Fang Blade on the Blade Cup, a trophy which his father had won many times. The ninja go to Cole's father, Lou, and train to be dancers. See what I love this show. I forgot how much I love this show. It's whack. It is so whack. You never know when you sit down to watch an episode of this thing what the heck you're about to see. They go every which way. It's not like when you think of something... You know, like iCarly. iCarly, if you're watching an episode of that, it's either going to be some sort of drama's happening at their school, something's happening with the web show, something's happening with someone who doesn't like their web show, or they're just like hanging out around their apartment, just having fun. That's pretty much all that happens, with the exception of a few special episodes. Since this is animated and they can do more crazy stuff, the writers really just went wherever they wanted, and I respect that and I love it. These people have been fighting snakes, discovering that their friend is a robot, discovering that one of their sisters is a character that we don't even know who the heck they are. They had their house burned down they discovered that weapons can turn into vehicles, and now they're like, you know what? We have to dance. We have to become dancers. The ninja go to the concert hall of Ninjago City and win the cup because of Cole doing the triple tiger sachet, a move that has never been successfully done by anyone, and because of their great performance. Well, wasn't that part of the great performance? Cole was very sad afterwards because he was always up because his dad watches him dance. What? I'm sorry. Cole was very sad after because he was always up because his dad watches him dance. Yeah, I did. What? I don't know what that means, dude. I don't know. I'm gonna need some help with that one. If you have any idea what that means, leave it in the comments, please, or the chat right now. Someone. Lou comes and genuinely comforts his son by telling him that the Serpentine are evil and that he saw him dance. But Pythor steals the second Fang Blade and crushes Cole. What? Dude, I was gonna try to like speed through the entire timeline in this one live stream, but I think I'm gonna have to break this into parts, maybe thirds, just so I can go through it slower, because I'm genuinely having a great time reading this. This story is amazing. I don't care. I'm sure people who like critique movies and shows will tear this thing apart because it's so whack and breaks so many rules of cinema and storytelling, but it is the most entertaining thing to read. I love this. It reminds me of some of the books that I enjoyed reading way back when I was in like middle school and stuff, where it was just like every new chapter would blow my mind with the junk that was happening. So Pythor stole the second Fang Blade, and then he crushes Cole and his father. They are crushed. But then Cole discovers his true potential, and he realizes he was born to be a ninja, not a dancer. Then when Pythor knocked over the set of lights and cameras and stole the Blade Cup, he saved himself and his father from the set of... whatever. I'm moving on from that paragraph. That one was a trip. After all his hard training and rescuing Lloyd, Kai unlocks his true potential in the Fire Temple. Upon realizing he wasn't destined to become the Green Ninja, but to protect him, everyone soon realizes Lloyd is the Green Ninja, and that he must face his father, even though he has no training and hasn't done anything of worth yet. Meanwhile, the Serpentine obtained the Fangpire Fang Blade from the lava and are just one away from releasing the Great Devourer. Shortly before Kai rescues Lloyd, Future Wu and the Time Twins. What? What? Future Wu and the Time Twins are briefly transported into the temple before warping away again. You can't just interject with a quote like that. That's insane. The ninja capture Spitta, who sounds like a rapper more than a snake, and later figure out that the Serpentine are using underground tunnels to avoid them. Lloyd suggests getting the remaining 3 Fang Blades while Pythor retrieves the Venomari Fang Blade. The ninja train in preparation and infiltrate the Constricti tomb, leaving Lloyd and Garmadon behind. Lloyd catches his father trying to steal the ninja's secrets, and confronting him gets him to leave. The ninja fight the Serpentine only to fall into Pythor's trap. Pythor places the Fang Blades together and holds a Slither Pit to celebrate. Dude, honestly, I want to hold a Slither Pit right now, although that does sound a little bit weird when you say it with no context, but please use context. Lloyd dons the green ninja robes and confronts Pythor alongside his father and the Skulkin, except for Samakai, who imploded. The ninja get the fang blades and escape on the Destiny's bounty, which can fly now, but Pythor sneaks inside, invisible. Master Wu gets a vision of the Great Devourer being awoken. Pythor saves the fang blades from being thrown into the Torchfire Mountain and escapes on a nearby train. Oh, he also converts it into a snake train. Of course he does, yeah. The ninja pursue Pythor, but he manages to awaken the Great Devourer, only to be eaten alongside Master Wu. Dang, man. The Great Devourer destroys the Destiny's bounty. Oh, they already lost their house. Now they're losing their second house. These dudes got nothing. The ninja used the Tornado of Creation to create the Ultrasonic Raider and use it to discover the Great Devourer's weakness on its forehead. That's another sentence that, man, it's something. It's really something. The Great Devourer attacks Ninjago City, and the ninja are helpless against it even when the dragons return in the form of the Ultra Dragon. Is that what happens when the dragons molt in this universe? They go to, like, metamorphosize, and they just all stand next to each other and go, hey, you know, what if we, like, what if we all became one guy? You guys up for that? Okay. That's crazy. What kind of evolution is that? Garmadon attempts to go back to the Dark Realm, but upon noticing the return of the serpent that cursed him, arrives to help the ninja kill it. Oh no, we get another little quote about the Time Twins. Future Wu and the Time Twins are briefly transported to Ninjago Park before warping away again. What are you talking about? I know this is going to come up in a future season, but having this just thrown in is the most mind-boggling jump. The ninja begrudgingly entrusts Garmadon with the golden weapons, and Garmadon destroys the Great Devourer, only to escape with the weapons in tow. Master Wu survives, reconciling with the ninja with a cup of tea in his slimy hand. Why'd they say that? And Pythor escapes undetected. Harumi's biological parents are killed when a building caves in on them due to the Great Devourer. This leads Harumi to hate the ninja because they didn't save her parents, and idolize Lord Garmadon due to the fact that he killed the Devourer. We don't even know who Harumi is at this point, so that's just a wild thing to read. Imagine if they did know that Harumi was going to become a character in the future. So they actually put this scene in season 1. It's just like you watch all the ninja like, oh good, the Great Devourer is dead, we've done it, oh yes. And then it just cuts to a scene where Harumi's biological parents get a building just smashing them. Like, what is this? Who is this person? Who are you? And then it just cuts away. I'm like, okay, well that was that. Wu informs Gale Gossip, I don't know that person, and the citizens of Ninjago City about the Serpentine unleashing the Great Devourer. Okay, I guess that's it. And that brings us to season 2. Is this? I thought that I remembered a scene in the Snake season where all the ninja like have a race. I guess that happened in season 2. Let's find out. Because I honestly don't remember what season 2 is about. The ninja fix up the city, and they train Lloyd to face Garmadon one day. Lloyd Garmadon uses the 4 golden weapons to recreate the Destiny's bounty into the Black Bounty for his own transportation. How many times is Destiny's bounty going to be blown up and put back together? Or transformed into something else? That's crazy. Garmadon shows off his powers, getting the Serpentine to abandon their generals in favor of him. No! Why is there more snake stuff? I thought we were done. Scales tries to kidnap Lloyd, but he fails and he gets arrested. Let's go, dude. Garmadon takes the weapons to the Golden Peaks and forges them into the Mega Weapon. Of course he does. I'm seeing a lot of themes in the show of just like taking 4 things that are cool and making them into one bigger, cooler thing. That's happened 3 times now. Lord Garmadon accidentally uses his Mega Weapon to resurrect Captain Soto and his crew of pirates, but Soto takes advantage of his exhaustion and reassumes command of his ship before attacking Ninjago City. I'm sorry? The ninja meet Dareth and train at his dojo. Alright, I guess we'll forget about the pirate thing. Lloyd unlocks Earth and his own element, energy, and helps the ninja fight Soto and his pirates. Did this happen? This happened in this season. I don't remember this happening at all. What is this? Lloyd learned Spinjitzu, but is too young to use it on enemies. Soto wins, but is defeated by Naya in her Samurai Mech. Let's go. Samurai X was mentioned. Finally. And it was not just her telling someone that she's the samurai. Soto and the pirates are captured, and Garmadon reassumes command of the Black Bounty and escapes. Lord Garmadon... I forgot how to speak. Lord Garmadon uses the Mega Weapon to create evil versions of the ninja. Yeah, that tracks. That's exactly the kind of thing the show would do. The ninja and Lloyd are invited to Darkleys to celebrate their reforms, only for the students to reveal it as a trap and an attempt to lure Lloyd back to the side of evil. The evil ninja track their counterparts to Darkleys, forcing the students and ninja to team up together and defeat them, and Lloyd unlocks his control over lightning. Garmadon uses Darnagam Enterprises. Who? To threaten Dareth's dojo into ruin. The ninja joined the Ninja Ball run. There it is, dude. I'm almost certain this is the race. This is what I've been waiting for. This is the scene that's burned into my mind for no reason at all. They joined the Ninja Ball run to save Dareth's Jojo. Yep. Scales escapes prison. Oh, that's sad. And the ninja win the race, getting back their ship. Scales rescues Garmadon from the police. Lord Garmadon uses the Mega Weapon to turn the ninja into children. I'm not gonna lie, this season compared to the last one, kind of bad. Like, it's still got, don't get me wrong, it's still got the, like, all over the place stuff I like, but this time it's all over the place in all the wrong ways. It feels like it's just doing every possible cliche thing it can to be insane. I really don't remember them becoming kids. I might remember Jay becoming a kid, but that's the only one I remember, and I'm not sure why that would be. Also, how do you turn Zane into a kid? Man's a robot. He's looked the same his entire life, right? Or did his father rebuild him multiple times to reflect the aging of a human? Because that sounds like a lot of work, and that sounds like a very traumatic experience for Zane. Okay, Lord Garmadon also awakens the remains of the extinct Grundle. What? Grundle? In the process of turning the ninja older and killing the Grundle, Lloyd becomes a teenager. Oh, wow, that is very convenient. Rufus McAllister. What? Offers Lloyd the latest edition of Starfarer, but Lloyd refuses, saying that he already knew how the ending went. Okay, so Lloyd not only became a teenager, he now canonically has seen the future. That's whack. Garmadon doesn't want Lloyd to become the Green Ninja, so he calls on his Mega Weapon to change the past and enter a portal. The original 4 ninja and Wu follow, but Wu tells Lloyd that he is too valuable to risk. They all try to stop Garmadon from changing the future to his own desires by destroying the mega weapon and sending it into space. Wow, that is overkill, dude. They sent it into space. I'm surprised there hasn't been a space season of Ninjago yet. Or maybe there has been and I just missed it. Nah, I would know the sets though. It's probably coming up. LEGO Friends got space. LEGO Technic got space. Everything's getting space. So surely, this is going to come back in Dragons Rising. Kai, Cole, Jay, Naya, Zane, Garmadon, Wu, and the Serpentine remember the Mega Weapon, while Lloyd does not. Interesting. The ninja meet Misako, Lloyd's mother. The giant stone warrior is awakened by the Great Devourer's venom in the Ninjago Museum of History, but is eventually defeated, falling back into the bottomless pit. Okay. Future Wu and the Time Twins, I'm going to die. I'm going to die if I read that one more time. Are briefly transported into the museum before warping away again. Dude, whatever plot point this is connecting to, we did not need this. They could have explained this all later when it's relevant. We didn't just need them saying the same sentence over and over with different locations. Garmadon, inspired by Soto's tales, attempts to find the Island of Darkness and succeed where the pirates failed. However, unimpressed by his plans, Scales shoves him into the Endless Seed. He shoves him into the Endless Sea, leaving him to drown, and he's crowned the second Snake King. Wait, Scales shoves Garmadon into the sea and makes him drown? Oh no, he didn't drown. He washes up on the shore and meets the Overlord. Okay, that was a bait. Acting as his champion, Garmadon activates a switch that raises the Island of Darkness from the Endless Sea. Scales leads the Serpentine. Hello, H. I'm losing my mind reading Ninjago. It's really good, though. Like, I think this is my preferred method of learning everything about Ninjago, because it'll just hit you with the wildest plot points you've ever heard. Scales leads the Serpentine to dig tunnels underneath Ninjago City, destroying its foundations and causing earthquakes. The Serpentine become trapped underground in the Tomb of the Stone Army, simultaneously awakening, go figure, the Stone Army. Garmadon activates... Oh, my voice is gone. Garmadon activates the Celestial Clock and dons the Helmet of Shadows. All of they could have just replaced those words with anything. Where do I get this? This is... I put a link in the description. This is just the Ninjago Wiki. ninjagofandom.com/wiki/timeline. Let's see. I feel like, compared to the last season, this season right here, season 2, the plot, I don't care as much about the plot. I also don't remember as much about it, even though I watched both of these seasons around the same time. Which leads me to believe that season 1, that thing was stacked. That thing was great. Because when I would read about that season, I would get all these memories popping up in my head. Like, oh my goodness, that was so cool when I watched it for the first time. This, not so much. No, this is not about LEGO Battles. This is about the LEGO Ninjago show, which I have not watched in a very long time. And oh man, is it way crazier than I remember it being. I knew it was insane, but having it all condensed like this makes it sound like the craziest show that was ever on TV. The ninja sail to the Island of Darkness. Garmadon begins digging up troves of dark matter to power the Garmatron. What is happening? Zane reunites with Dr. Julian, his father and creator in Lighthouse Island, and frees the Leviathan. I think I stopped, I don't know the number of the season, but I stopped watching after the LEGO Ninjago movie. Even though I did like the movie. I'm not one of the people that hated the movie and then stopped, or hated that they changed to the movie style. I just watched the movie, liked it, and then for some reason never felt compelled to go back to the show after that. I guess I just was less interested in LEGO in general around that time maybe, but yeah, I don't have anything against the show. I'm interested to know where it went. Just off the top of my head, yeah, it did change the character designs, and I feel like most of the characters, design-wise, changed for the better, with the exception of some weird things. Like, I don't know why Jay was no longer a redhead. That didn't make sense. But I liked that it made the silhouettes of the ninja more distinct. And also gave Kai hair that didn't look like a pile of trash. But yeah, I like the character designs from the movies. I think they look good. I just don't like the awkward personality changes of them. It didn't feel like a smooth progression into new passions and new personality traits. It felt like just a hard switch with some of them, or really leaning into parts of their personality and exaggerating them. But if it were just a visual change, I'd be happy with it. I think they all look better now. The Falcon is captured by the Stone Army. Zane reunites with Dr. Julian. I don't know who that is. Oh, that's his father. At Lighthouse Island and frees the Leviathan. Zane saves the Falcon. The ninja go to the Temple of Light and gain the elemental blades. Okay, this is the only part of this season I remember very well, is them going to the Temple of Light, finding the elemental blades, and then going out to fight these stone boys. Unbeknownst to the ninja, hold up, wait, what is this? Before Lloyd strikes the instrument of peace, Future Woo and the Time Twins are transported near the entrance and then warp away again. Dude, I hate Future Woo and the Time Twins. They will not leave me alone. What are my thoughts on LEGO in Fortnite? LEGO in Fortnite, just as a concept, I find to be incredibly random, but I'm okay with it, because I think that most of the LEGO designs of the Fortnite characters look better than the actual Fortnite character designs. I loved the amount of detail they went into with the printing on the torsos and all that. It looks very cool. The game mode itself, LEGO Fortnite, I played that for about a month when it came out with some of my friends. And at first, I really liked it. I was super impressed by it. It gave me Minecraft vibes, but was also distinct enough from Minecraft to be its own thing and not have to compete with it. However, after playing it for a month and, trying to find more resources, go deeper into the progression system, keep upgrading my crafting table and or whatever they call it. It's a crafting something. And my village, it became more of a chore than a fun game. And the main thing I don't like about it, and hopefully this will change as they update the game mode more, is that it's very linear. It's obvious once you start learning more about how to progress in LEGO Fortnite, just how linear the system is. Whereas in Minecraft, there's many different paths you can take to ultimately end up at defeating the Ender Dragon. And even if you don't want to defeat the Ender Dragon, there's so much more you can do in the game. So that's what led me to not want to play it anymore. But I like the visual style, and like you said, it did feel like a better LEGO Worlds. I kind of want something in between LEGO Worlds and LEGO Fortnite, ideally, because I feel like LEGO Worlds encouraged you more to just, do whatever, whereas LEGO Fortnite is more pushing you in the direction of that end game progression and upgrading everything to the max. Kai with a gun. Yeah. It would be interesting if they let you use the Lego skins in normal Fortnite. Not just because they're small, but also because all the Lego dudes would have a gun, and that feels very not Lego. I'm sure eventually we'll get a season of Ninjago where the ninja have guns. It probably won't be called guns, but it'll be something close. Anyway, let's finally finish out Season 2, which is a lot weaker than I remember it being. Season 1 is top tier compared to this. The ninja were able to place the helmet at the last second and thought they stopped the final battle. Unfortunately, the celestial clock finished its countdown and the ninja failed, and the Garmatron is finished. Naya is corrupted by dark matter after getting stuck and kidnapped by General Kozu. How many times is Naya going to get kidnapped? They really had a problem. They needed to, the writers of this show, they need to stop making Naya always get kidnapped. This is not a good message. Garmadon uses the Garmatron to infect Ninjago with darkness, shifting the balance and allowing the Overlord to cross over into Ninjago. The Overlord wrecks the Destiny's Bounty. Again. And escapes with the Stone Army to Ninjago City, and proceeds to convert nearly everyone under his control. So now the ninja canonically have to fight nearly everyone, which is ridiculous. Naya destroys the golden mech. Nope, never mind. The ninja unlock the golden mech with the Ultra Dragon and rush back to Ninjago, but then Naya destroys it. And Dareth dons the Helmet of Shadows, placing the Stone Army under his control. J. Cole and Zane get corrupted by dark matter in their efforts to help Lloyd defeat the Overlord. Lloyd becomes the ultimate Spinjitzu master and defeats the Overlord. Wow, that really... We're going all over the place. You'll go from one extreme to the other. It's like, wow, there's no hope for them. Everyone is on Garmadon's side. All the ninja got corrupted. Never mind. Lloyd just won. How did he do that? How did this man do that so fast? Let's see. Lloyd... Okay, he restores the balance between good and evil. And J. Cole, Zane, Naya, and the citizens of Ninjago, and especially Garmadon, are purified from evil. Post-final battle. The ninja warned Cyrus Borg not to build his tower right where Garmatron was. They did? When did that happen? Cyrus Borg turns Ninjago City into a futuristic metropolis with new technologies, becoming New Ninjago City. The Overlord's spirit survives his battle with Lloyd and infiltrates Borg Industries' computers, transforming himself into a virus. The Emperor of Ninjago, who we've never heard of before, pardons Garmadon for his crimes. Harumi abandons her fascination with Garmadon. Nope, her fanaticism of Garmadon, viewing his current state as a shadow of his former self, for giving up on his goals. Yo, his goals were evil. What are you talking about? Oh, Harumi's the evil one. I was thinking about Lloyd's mom. Okay, that makes more sense. Garmadon builds a monastery and assumes pacifistic ideals to atone for his crimes. You love to see it. It's just unfortunate that the only way that happened is because magic. Like, Garmadon was purified from evil via whatever Lloyd did. It wasn't his own doing. The ninja, except for Lloyd, Wu, and Naya, become teachers at Wu's academy. Dr. Julian passes away again? What? He died once, and now he died again? From natural causes? That's crazy. Zane is having a bad time. 16 pixels were built. However, only the final one works at Borg Tower. Why is that relevant? The Serpentines secretly free themselves from the Stone Army tomb and become pacifistic to atone for their ways. Okay, cool. Scales marries Selma and has a son that he names after himself, Scales Jr. Who is Selma? Lloyd and the Ultra Dragon stop the group of Venomari And shortly after this, Lloyd realizes that the Ultra Dragon wants to go home, and lets him go to the realm of Oni and dragons, where he is captured and killed. No, dude. Lloyd realizes the Ultra Dragon wants to go home, so he lets him go home. He's immediately captured and killed by dragon hunters. That devastating, dude. That's a tragedy. Okay. Let me take a short little break to drink liquid. I apologize for that very loud noise. That was not the sound of me drinking liquid. If it was, that would be concerning. I'm either going to read 1 or 2 more seasons, because this is taking way longer than I thought. But also, I'm having fun with it. Like I said, this is my favorite way to consume Ninjago now. It's just read the insane synopsis that someone wrote. Okay, Season 3, rebooted. The ninja and the others visit Borg Tower in the recently renovated city. Naya takes the perfect match compatibility and finds out that Cole is designated as her perfect match, which strains the friendship between Cole and Jay. You know what? I joked about this show becoming Degrassi. That does kind of sound like something that would happen in Degrassi. It's just like, oh, actually, I thought I loved you, but a computer told me I should love that guy, so guess I gotta love him. And then the two dudes get mad at each other. Cyrus Borg gives the ninja the Techno Blades. I feel like every season, for like 3 or 4 seasons in a row, had different something blades that they had to find. He gives the ninja the Techno Blades, and all of New Ninjago City tech becomes hacked. Wow, that is a big oof. The digital overlord virus begins to take over New Ninjago City. The overlord converts Cyrus into a cyborg, possesses him, and creates a ninjroid army. Cole develops feelings for Naya. Well, that's not good. That's just not good. I remember too, like, after this happened, there was a certain percentage of the fandom that was like, you know what? I actually think that Cole and Naya do work better than Jay and Naya. I was like, what are you guys talking about? Their relationship stemmed from a computer program, and then both Naya and Cole just like were kind of into it for no reason. Like, they don't care about how Jay feels. That's not cool. I'm Team Jay all the way. Pixel is freed from the Overlord's control and becomes the ninja's ally. The ninja destroy Ninjago's main power station, knocking out the power and deactivating most of the tech in Ninjago. Pixel's deactivated as a result, but Zane sacrifices half of his power source to save her. Cyrus is rescued in his tower, but Pythor rescues the Overlord's hard drive and moves it to his underground lair. Master Wu becomes Techno Wu. I need a little bit more of an explanation for that part. I don't know what that means. I don't know what implications that has on the wider universe. That Master Wu has become Techno Wu. That could mean anything to me. With Ed and Edna's help, Pixel is reactivated. However, Pythor and Techno Wu use Electro Cobra to That's just a bunch of garbage. I'm skipping that. The Overlord begins draining Lloyd's golden power. The ninja go to the Digiverse and defeat the digital Overlord with Pythor and the Ninjroid army, along with the captured Cyrus Borg. Escaping. What the heck? What is this sentence? The mech dragon crashes, but Lloyd escapes in time. Wu is freed from the Overlord's control. When the ninja are in the Digiverse, oh my gosh. Stop. No, I'm not reading about future Wu and the Time Twins. I want these people out of this story. The Overlord Having drained enough power to become physical, is rescued from the mech dragon's wreckage by Pythor and hides in the Anacondra's stomach in order to conceal his weakened form. What? Lloyd decides to halt the Overlord's plans by splitting the golden power apart, forcing the Overlord to use his other plan, codename Arcturus. I don't remember this at all. What is this story? Dude, season 1, every time I read a new season, I just realize how goated season 1 was. That story actually, it had some weird stuff in there. Samurai X, she just went around telling everyone she was Samurai X, and it didn't have that much of a bearing on the story. That's fine, whatever. But that story was great overall, even with its quirks. These are not that memorable, apparently, even though I watched them around the same time. The ninja track Pythor to Ouroboros, where a rocket is being built, and they board it in time. Wait, they actually went to space? Oh, I did not remember that at all. Now they don't get the space thing. Man, I was hoping for a new season of Ninjago with space. But they already did it. They went in a snake rocket. The Ninjroids are sent to space to retrieve the remains of the golden weapons, the ninja acting as stowaways. Pythor and Cyrus recapture Borg Tower in anticipation of Cryptor's return. Cryptor receives the golden weapons and escapes. The Overlord, using a machine, recreates his physical form and gets to work forging the golden armor so he can become the Golden Master. Wasn't he in a dude's stomach? That's one of the most whack plot points I've read this whole season. The Overlord died in the last season. He became a computer virus, then emerged inside of someone's stomach, and now he's got physical form again. What is going on? The ninja build a miniature rocket out of the remains of the Ninjroid spaceship and return to Ninjago. After regrouping with their allies, they confront the Overlord, the latter half now reborn as the Golden Master, and having used his powers to convert New Ninjago City into a fortress. Cyrus is freed from the Overlord's control and escapes to the Temple of Fortitude, giving the ninja a shrinking pill. What? Cyrus gave the ninja a shrinking pill to stop the Overlord and Stone Warrior's armors to protect them. How does that help? What exactly does that do for them? Naya tricks Mindroid. Who the heck is that? Who is that? Into attacking Cryptor. You can't just say things, man. I don't know what that is. Zane sacrifices himself. Wait, no, I skipped one. Pythor saves the Overlord by swallowing the shrinking pill and is shrunken before being chased off. Oh, the ninja were supposed to give the Overlord the shrinking pill. That makes way more sense. I was like, how is Cyrus gave the ninja a pill that makes them all tiny? That doesn't help them at all. That's terrible. Okay, Zane sacrifices himself to defeat the Overlord by absorbing the golden armor and unleashing a blast of elemental power, the explosion destroying his body and destroying the Overlord and the Ninjroids. The Overlord survived. Dude, this man has died 5 times. Get him out of here. The golden armor is left behind, and the ninja grieves Zane's death at his funeral. Zane vanishes into the Digiverse until he rebuilds himself as the Titanium Ninja. That's the cool thing. Why? I mean, okay, I guess since they're not the inventors of Zane, I can see why they would be sad and grieving, because they're like, yo, we don't know anyone who can rebuild Zane. His creator died. So yeah, that makes sense. Otherwise, I'd be like, dude, why are you guys sad? This man's a robot. Just put him back together. But I guess it's not that simple. Zane implants his consciousness into Borg Tower, and Pixel sees Zane in Borg Tower's screens. Separate paths. Yeah, okay, I like the little heading. That sounds ominous. The ninja go to Chin's noodle house, but are kicked out after Jay and Cole get into a fight. Ronan kidnaps Zane and Pixel and delivers them to Chin. Oh, so they know Zane's back now. The ninja are divided, and Lloyd is the only ninja remaining after Zane's sacrifice, knowing that ninja never quit. Oh, so all the other ninja just gave up after Zane died, and they're like, yeah, I'm just going to work at a noodle shop. I did not remember that part. Okay. Cyrus Borg locks up the golden armor in a hidden location. Mesmo hosts Slitherpit matches. I did not think Slitherpit was coming back. That is one of my favorite plot points. That is the opposite of the Time Twins plot, which I hate. Jay becomes a game show host. Of course he does. Cole becomes a lumberjack. Yeah, that also tracks. All the future tech from the past season is removed, and Ninjago City reverts to its modern self after the events of the digital virus. Yeah, that makes sense too. If my city got converted into a digital city, and then the entire thing got hacked, and the only way to save it was by a man blowing himself up, I'd want to go back to normal also. Zane and Pixel are captured by Ronan and are sold to Master Chin, who steals Zane's ice powers with his staff and scraps Pixel. Okay, I do remember this part. I think we're getting back into territory that I liked. I'm pretty sure the Tournament of Elements is where the show picked back up for me. The Ninjroid season is okay, it's not great. Season before that, dog water. First season, top tier, legendary Ninjago. I have one other favorite season, but I want to save that. I don't want to tell you guys yet. It's going to be a little secret. Lloyd sees Jay's game show and is inspired to unite the ninja, locating the other ninja. Well, he's going to have a hard time locating Zane, who has been sold to Master Chin. Which I don't know where that dude's at. And that leads us into the Tournament of Elements, which unfortunately I'm not going to read now. Because my voice, the longer I talk, my voice is just going away. So I don't think I can make it through a whole nother season, but yeah, this is going to become a series. If you're interested in learning more about LEGO Ninjago or re-experiencing it with me, yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to be doing more of this. There's at least 16 seasons, and we only got through 3, so, and a movie. So we got a long way to go. But so far, my favorite season that we've read is by far Season 1. Let me know your favorite season of Ninjago, either from this video or in general, in the comments, please. And, let me hop back over to my room. Okay. Also, I do have more videos, actual videos, not live streams, videos on the way. I don't know when they will exist, but they will at some point. I've got 3 lined up. I got one where Travis and I are teaming up to re-experience LEGO Dimensions for the first time in 9 years. I got another one, which is just me playing and talking about the weirdest video game of all time, in my opinion. That's going to be a very long video because there's so much insanity in that game. I can't talk about it without talking about all of it. And then the other video is Travis and I attempting to recreate the original LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga death noises. From Yoda to Admiral Akbar and everyone in between. And let me tell you, some of our impressions were surprisingly good, others not so much. But that's gonna do it. I apologize to the person who just tuned in. because it's time to go, but you can watch the VOD. It's going up right now. Have a nice day, and always remember to jump up, kick back, whip around, and spin in that order. Also subscribe if you're a legend.